Wealth, fame, power. Our hosts have none of that, but the creator of this manga and anime certainly does, and 4 Americans decided to check it out. Join us as Rose and Thorn. You know, I'd try Usopp's liar run workout over, say, Jillian Michaels. Becky Hopkins.
Cat? I'm a kitty cat. And a step, 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 and a step, step, step.
The hero of tomorrow.
Say what you will about everything else 4Kids has done, but what they did to Usopp, that's unforgivable.
And the media hunter.
Zoro, you bastard!
Make their way through the One Piece anime. This is Tracing the Grand Line. Yeah, it's gonna get heated today.
Mm-hmm.
How we doing?
Well, you say it's heated, getting heated, and it's literal sense over here.
Same. Then again, that's the normal.
Yeah, it's over 100 over here.
It was 90 earlier.
I mean, it's 84 here, but I live by the beach, so just add 20 degrees and you'll probably have everywhere else in LA.
I'm trying to put on the quietest fans I can.
Same. I just have mine, like, off screen, but, like, in a setup to where I can lean back and lean into it.
Of course, it doesn't exactly help. I'm leaning on a very fuzzy plush shark right now, so...
There you go. Anything of note we want to discuss before we get into it?
I have officially started reading the manga, though I'm not going to get past where we are in each episode catch-up.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything. It's just been a normal week. With that in mind, let's go to our One Piece fun fact of the day. In the original concept art Oda did, Usopp was designed as a vice captain with a shorter nose.
I mean, his current look is way too iconic.
Yeah. Episode 9, The Honorable Liar, Captain Usopp. We open...
4Kids.
Good.
Rosen, you keep forgetting that.
I do, because I like to forget 4Kids.
4Kids title, The Teller of Tales.
Out of the 4Kids ones, that one's harmless. We open on a quiet morning in the peaceful little burg known as Syrup Village.
Man, that opening's really quiet. I'm sure 4Kids added obnoxious music over it.
They did, didn't they?
I didn't watch the actual episode.
You didn't?
No, I watched the comparison videos.
Fair enough.
I mean, I can't blame you. Again, this is a thing that's very common with kids' anime dubs of the 2000s and late 90s. Basically, if there was any quiet moment, they had to add background music because, oh no, kids too stupid for quiet moments.
They think every kid has the severest ADHD possible. And in my case, they were right, but that they shouldn't pander to me.
I had undiagnosed ADHD as a kid, and I didn't mind when there was quiet moments.
Exactly. But yes, a peaceful little burg known as Syrup Village. Birds are chirping, people are ready to start their day, and oh shit, a pirate attack! So this...
why are you lying?
So he can grow his nose long enough to pole vault over the island. So this screamy fellow is Usopp, played by Sonny Strait, best known as Krillin in DBZ. He's also General Blue, Raditz, and Bardock in Dragon Ball, Alan Shazar in Vision of Escaflowne, Lupin the Third for a bit, Mace Hughes in FMA, Toma in Black Cat, Papa Fox in Holic, Skin Boric in D Greyman, the titular Splosion Man, Ragnarok in Soul Eater, Rokube the Dude with the Giant Mouth in Oda Rocket, Koro Sensei in Ass Class, President Mike in My Hero, Mo Curls in Ace Attorney, and Mantle in Dr. Stone.
In the 4Kids dub, both Usopp and his dad Yasopp were both voiced by Jason Griffith, fresh off playing Sonic and Shadow in Sonic X. He's actually still working today, and his notable roles include Usagi Yojimbo from the 2003 TMNT series, Tate, Brawly, Looker, Cylan, and Sir Aaron in Pokemon, Atticus Rhodes and Harrington Rosewood the tennis guy in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Jet the Hawk in Sonic Riders, 009 and 009 Re-Cyborg, and Snake from Season 2 of Vinland Saga.
Oh.
So he's an actor that's had a long career, but the direction he got for Usopp was terrible. I know Usopp is technically a comic relief character, but he was basically talking in this high-pitched, goofy voice all the time, even when he was meant to be serious. There's a fine line between making a character comic relief and turning them into fucking jokes, and Jason Griffith's Usopp crossed that line pretty quick.
I feel like Sunny Straight's Usopp rides that line pretty well.
Yeah, it doesn't help that, as we'll see, they cut out so many of his actually serious scenes because, he's gotta be wacky all the time! Seriously, the way 4Kids treated Usopp is almost as bad as the way the original GX writers treated Misawa. And that's not something I say lightly.
From what you're describing, 4Kids Usopp seems like the kind of character that would be assigned the line, I just fell out on my bottom and into some butterscotch.
Deedly-doop!
Whackity schmackity doo.
I want to point out that they did this to the black character.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. Well, I'm.
At this point, it's not stated, but he's he's darker skinned here, and unfortunately, he gets lighter skinned later. But Oda has confirmed that in the real world, he would be not just black, but from Africa.
Admittedly, he didn't name a specific country in Africa, but
No. But
look, Japanese creators have a very odd relationship with black characters, so.
yeah.
Because as we all know, Africa is a country.
Point is, yeah, the black-coated character is the one getting the shaft here. You know the thing I said earlier that 4Kids is racist as shit?
Not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it still baffles me that people are trying to basically redeem 4Kids. Like, yeah, they brought some of your favorite stuff to the States, but
I think
at what cost?
I think a lot of that 4Kids quote love is just chuds angry at Funimation for existing.
Yeah. And Funimation has problems in
Yeah,
its
don't get
own,
me wrong.
but
The
still.
founder of Funimation's a homophobic lunatic, but 4Kids is not magically better.
Admittedly, I did see one post that kind of went viral a bit saying 4Kids was a blessing, and it was from someone who appears to be a bit of a Magical Girl fan, which, why in God's name would you consider 4Kids a blessing? Did you see what they did to Tokyo Mew Mew?
Is this that Nang baby person you keep talking about?
No. Different weird Magical Girl fan.
Fair enough. In Japanese, Usopp's played by Kappei Yamaguchi, who is the Red M&M, Bugs fucking Bunny, Tombo in Kiki's Delivery Service, Yatao in Samurai Pizza Cats, Edo in Record of Lodoss War, the male half of Ranma, Jin in Yu Yu Hakusho, Subaru in Tokyo Babylon. I told you there were some bombs in here, metaphorically.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish. That's why I didn't react to the Ranma one, but
Yeah, there's some more. Yugo in Battle Angel, the original Baki from the 90s, Max in a Goofy movie. Shinichi Kudo, the kid who becomes Conan Edogawa or the guy who becomes Conan Edogawa in Detective Conan. Crash Bandicoot. Shesta in Escaflowne. Todd Snap in Pokemon.
oh my god.
Shiori's boyfriend in Utena.
Oh god.
I knew that would get you. But it's but
Damn, Jury, you got cucked by Usopp.
That's right. Stood. Daddy, daddy, boo, boo.
And it gets better because right next to Shiori's boyfriend from Utena is Kyle, Clyde, Craig, and Jimmy from South Park. Ritz Salonius in Cowboy Bebop, Rat Trap in Beast Wars, Inuyasha, Toro and Sergeant Frog, Mort in Madagascar, Mick D in Team America, Garfield in A Tale of Two Kitties. These are all real. Professor Banner in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, L in Death Note.
Okay.
Wow.
It gets so much better because there's one that's gonna hit all of us. Blathers in Animal Crossing, Chick Jefferson in Bakano, Teddy in Persona 4, Hifumi Yamada in Danganronpa. Yep.
Oh god. Usopp would totally kick Kafumi's ass.
Yes. Mikey in the TMNT 2012 movie. Mitsuki Akabayashi in Durara. Jabathi, the dude with the weird mouth in Vinland Saga. Oberon and Ancient Magus Bride, Shigechi, Forever, and Yo-Yo Ma in JoJo. Which of those is the funniest? I think it's Yo-Yo Ma.
Yeah.
Again, now I want to see Usopp meeting Yo-Yo Ma.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's such a departure from all the others, I think L is the
I
funniest.
have more.
here.
Yeah.
Kechizu in Jujutsu Kaisen, Eiji Kakihana the macaque dude in Odd Taxi, and so many more. Oh, that was amazing! Holy shit! Oh fuck!
Clearly, this dude works hard.
Yes, he is a prolific voice actor, and he's very good at what he does. But my God, were some of those reveals funny for Becky's reaction? Oh my God! Okay, back with our crew. They're starting to realize that they need more stuff to make it to the Grand Line. Mainly a ship that won't break in a moment's notice.
Also, Luffy, please don't eat too many of those apple cores. I don't know if you're immune to cyanide, and I don't think we want to find out.
I love that reaction of, there are things other than booze and meat.
The Atkins diet, hard at work. A cook and a musician, eh? That's fun foreshadowing.
Yeah. Also, at one point, Nami's just like, so stupid, and of course I had to go, these pirates are so stupid.
Also,
Thank you, Captain Wabu.
Also, Luffy's first ideas for new crew members being a musician and a cook. He's got the same priorities as Gyro Zeppeli and Steel Ball Run, choosing to take a teddy bear instead of basic toiletries.
Yeah! The idea of Captain Wabu, I'm just imagining a Wabu Jolly Roger.
Anatomically correct raccoon skull.
I got scared when you said anatomically correct.
No, just a Google image, sir. Just a badly traced Google image.
Yeah! Oh, cool. There's an island to the south where they can get supplies and maybe a ship, too. Back with Usopp the Loud, nobody's buying his story of pirates. A shame. He is a very descriptive storyteller.
Man, I like this version of Chicken Little better than the Zach Braff version.
It's so much better. Came out around the same time, too.
Hearing Usopp talk about how the pirates will kill everyone is so surreal after knowing how much the 4Kids dub was censored.
Sunny Straight, from the jump, gives it his all. Just, we're all gonna die! It's the end for sure! Oh, he was lying. Turns out he does this every damn day. Kokichi would like Usopp, wouldn't he?
Yes.
He literally does the pirates are alive!
Yeah, that's why I wrote that.
It's a night.
And yeah, every day he gets chased out of town. I don't mind this workout plan, frankly.
I'm just reminded of Grandpa Simpson lecturing Bart about the boy who cried wolf.
Do you want me to read it in the Luffy voice?
Go nuts.
Have you ever read The Boy Who Cried Wolf? I glanced at it. Boy cries wolf, has a few laughs. I forget how it ends. This is my Usopp voice.
So Usopp is basically a takeoff on The Boy Who Cried Wolf with a bit of Pinocchio thrown in with that nose.
I mean, both liars, yeah.
Maybe it's a reference to the Lang Tengu thing, which has been used as a translated to Pinocchio gag in a lot of manga.
I have to imagine so, yeah. I do wonder
Yeah,
if that's where Hans Christian Andersen got it. I doubt it, but like,
Maybe.
it's a weird
Yeah,
coincidence.
I believe I have seen some people speculate that that's also where the nose came from.
Also, Rosa and Hans Christian Andersen didn't write Pinocchio.
Was the Brothers Grimm?
No,
I
no,
can't.
it's Carlo Collodi.
Okay, I've never heard of that motherfucker.
Well, that's because it's pretty much the only story he's known for.
Fair enough. Oh, hey, Usopp's gonna
Also, probably
Good.
the only well-known Italian fairy tale writer, except for Giambattista Basile. But if look, I'm not gonna get into fairy tale authors today. That's
What are you talking about? This is Luffy's already stopped paying attention. So yes, these are the Usopp pirates. Let's go down the line, shall we? There's pepper,
Also,
carrot, and onion. Go ahead.
Before we start, in the 4Kids dub, the Usopp pirates were renamed the Veggie Pirates.
Come
because they all
on!
have Veggie names.
Like, do you think they wouldn't get it?
And it's funny that one of them is named Carrot, considering we'll be meeting another much more important character named Carrot later.
Yeah.
So, kinda.
Yeah, I noted that Pepper and Onion were listed as Pepper and Onion on Behind the Voice Actors, but Carrot was listed as Carrot, parentheses, Syrup Village.
I mean,
Yeah.
people have more. There could be more than one person with the same name.
Oh, I know. It's just
Yeah.
very funny that there is in this series.
Well, it's not. Also, usually they go by their Japanese names.
Fair enough.
Like,
Anyway.
they're-
We got voice actors to talk about. Pepper is played by Jeremy Lay, who we've talked about a ton before. In Japanese, good.
I'm never sure when to interject with the 4Kids.
It should probably be after the English one, now that I think about it. Go ahead.
Okay. 4Kids Pepper was Kevin Kolak, who voiced Knuckle Joe in Kirby Right Back Atcha, Vincent in Pokemon Chronicles, and he would go on to voice another character we'll meet later. Oh hell, I'll just tell you since we brought him up already. He also voiced Bon Clay.
Oh,
And
that's
we'll get
fun.
to how 4Kids butchered his voice later.
Oh god, I just realized how fucking disgusting 4Kids butchering of Bon Clay is gonna be. Oh god.
Not for the reason you think,
Oh,
honestly.
oh dear, that makes me more scared somehow.
For what
Incidentally,
little I know of Bon Clay, I'm terrified.
I always thought Pepper was a girl when I was a kid, but no, he's a boy.
Yep. In Japanese, he's Haruhi Nanao, who was my Valentine in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's fun. Gaz in Invader Zim. Young Tsunade in Naruto. Ranamon in Digimon. Ofusa in Gintama. Cybella in Gurren Lagann. You know, one of Rosu's cronies. Sella in Fate. Akiko in Sound Euphonium. And Cole in Tales of Arise. Carrot's played by Kate Oxley, who was Rika in the Zoro arc, as well as Catherine L. Armstrong in FMA, Makie Sasaki in Negima, Momo Adachi in Peach Girl, Raphaelia in Claymore, Satsuki in Sergeant Frog, Aruka Frog in Soul Eater, Mrs. Doi in Wolf Children, Todoroki's mom and young Bakugo in My Hero, and Akane in Psycho Pass.
I'm honestly surprised she didn't voice Suyu to complete the trifecta of frogs.
That would be funny. Carrot's 4Kids voice?
Yeah, 4Kids Carrot was Jim Napolitano, who voiced 2 minor characters in Kirby Right Back Atcha and 1 in Sonic X. That was easy.
That was easy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
In Japanese, speaking of easy, in Japanese, he's Akio Hibi, who was Tatsumi in Gintama.
Okay.
Yep. And Onion's good.
No, you first.
Onion's played by Cynthia Kranz, who was Chi-Chi, Botan in Yu Yu Hakusho, Panina in FMA, Fei Ku in Negima, Elena in Claymore, Mitsuhiko Tsuburaya in Detective Conan, Lisa in Soul Eater, Mika Shiba in Devil, and Sister Bikini in Ace Attorney.
4Kids Onion, on the other hand, was one of 4Kids' more prolific voice actors, Oliver Wyman, who was often credited as Pete Zarustica. He was Progress in Outlanders, Siegfried von Schroeder in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Fugitoid and Lord Simultaneous in the 2003 TMNT series, freaking Big the Cat in Sonic X,
Yeah! Yeah, buddy!
Manta/Morty Oyamada in both Shaman King dubs,
Whoa!
Aster Phoenix and Don Zalug in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
You hear me, Schmid?
Yeah. One of the bad guys from Tokyo Mew Mew, Mew Mew Power. Alex Brisbane, aka Alexander the Great in Capsule Monsters. And Drew in Pokemon Advance.
I can't believe this motherfucker was 2 of the worst Yu-Gi-Oh! Villains!
He also voiced Django.
Oh, hey! In Japanese, Onion is Makiko Omoto, who was the same voice as Makino from Luffy's flashback.
Okay.
Yep. I do. So Usopp is talking with the pirates, and he hears that there's real pirates coming to town from Onion, and he suddenly needs to be somewhere. Apparently, he really needs a snack because he has, quote, "I'll die if I don't eat my snackiosis."
Channeling Shaggy here.
I'm amazed that wasn't a 4Kids line, but thankfully it was actually a funny line, so there's no way it would be 4Kids. So it turns out Usopp's a giant coward, except when he's heard it's just 3 people approaching. Then he's whatever. Meanwhile, Luffy is reaching Akane Owari levels of hunger thirst. Like, he's literally doing the Akane drool. And my favorite exchanges... Careful, we're being watched. By who? Where are they? Are they got meat? So it looks like the crew's being attacked by the Ghostface pirates.
Yeah.
They all just look like the Scream logo.
I didn't notice that, but you're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad Luffy's just impressed instead of afraid.
Yeah.
Speaking
With how much Luffy's screaming here, it's no wonder Colleen Clinkenbeard's voice was permanently changed.
Yeah, it gets egregious, especially in a later episode.
I love how when Luffy's screaming awesome, even Zoro's like, okay, take it down a notch.
Like, it's getting up to, like, Goku or Vegeta levels. That shit is brutal.
Yeah, he did that in Japanese too, so...
I know, these poor women. Like, props to Masako Nozawa and... Help me out, who's Luffy's voice in
Colleen
Japanese?
Clinkenbeard.
No, in Japanese. And Colleen Clinkenbeard as well, but...
You literally just said it. It's Masako Nozawa.
That's Goku.
Okay,
I have it. Mayumi Tanaka.
Yes, props to Mayumi Tadaka, thank you. Usopp, it turns out, is a crack shot with a slingshot.
I guess he has been doing this since he was a kid, and he makes good use of it later.
He's really, really good with that thing.
Well, and time for probably one of the higher brow references I'm going to make in this episode, when the kids were waving the flags to make it look like Usopp had a ton of pirates on his crew. I'm just imagining them saying, well, at least Usopp isn't telling us to move Burnham Wood again.
Even I got that one. Luffy with the intimidation check for once. You rarely see that, and it works. Yeah. Probably because it's Usopp.
Surprisingly, during this scene, 4Kids actually added a line where Luffy's like, are you a gambling man, Usopp? Which is surprisingly badass for them, too.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They don't, like... Oddly enough, 4Kids has no problem talking about gambling.
Yeah.
Bandit Keith, Duke Devlin, go ahead.
So they're encouraging kids to gamble, but not punch each other.
I mean, that plays into capitalism, so it makes sense.
Then again, this was around the time when the Pokemon games had a full-on fucking casino in there, so...
Yeah. Oh, poor guy's crying. Oh, hey, it turns out Luffy knows that Usopp is Yasopp's kid.
Knew your father, I did.
You leave my father out of this!
The manga, you wouldn't have figured it out until a bit later, after they meet a certain character.
I actually like the change of having Luffy know he's Yasopp's kid, because it gives them a chance to bond more, and I really like that.
Yeah.
So Usopp and the crew get some food and talked about Yasopp. Apparently Usopp didn't even know that Yasopp was in Shanks' crew. Oh.
In the flashback, of course, in the 4Kids dub, they colored the tip of Yasopp's gun orange.
He's shooting at nothing.
Is it a toy gun? No, Rosen. He shot that defenseless apple.
It's an apple. It was already picked.
Apples aren't alive.
They're not sentient. What the fuck are you doing?
That's not the only stupid toy gun edit in this pack of episodes.
Oh no. Oh god. So, Yasopp's original voice actor in English is a convicted pedophile. So let's talk about the guy who replaced that fucker, Jeff Johnson, who was Demiurge in Overlord, Diego Montes in Gangsta, Makoto Takiya in Dragon Maid, Benjamin Woodman in Ace Attorney, and Akashi in Dr. Stone. In Japanese, good. Someone say something?
Well, the fact that Yasopp's original English Funimation voice actor was a sex offender kind of makes a certain A and B hell joke a lot more unfortunate in hindsight.
Yeah. In Japanese, he's played by Michitaka Kobayashi, who was Highbrow, Hound, Goldbug, and Bruticus in Transformers, Sagita Maya in Saint Seiya, the Gas Mask TV reporter in Memories, Murray in SWAT Cats, and Tetsuji Komada in Famicom Detective Club. So, this is where I had a little bit of some anger, I admit. It occurs to me that Usopp probably acts the way he did for attention because his dad was a deadbeat who skipped town. Now, granted, good.
Now, Isaac did talk about this with both of us, and My initial anger toward Yasop has subsided just a little bit.
Same.
Although it doesn't help that in a later episode they meet up again and he deliberately refuses the chance to talk with him.
We'll get to that. That's infuriating.
I don't remember an episode where that happens.
Well, in a yet-to-be adopted manga chapter.
Oh, dear. Oh, I heard about that. That's so shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I was angry at Usopp, because I'm like, you could have at least written, because we learn later they have, like, news birds, but I was like, why don't they have male birds? Male's an important thing.
I don't know if that's the same thing. It's just newspaper.
Fair enough. That's something that someone should ask Oda. How is there mail? Oh yeah, there is a huge mansion. Apparently Usopp doesn't want to talk about it. He does, however, need to go to said mansion. Inside that mansion is Kaya, played by Carrie Savage, and there's one role here that's going to get Becky, who was Hakufu Sonzaku in Ikitosen, Moromi in Paranoid Agent. That's the one. Lydia in FMA, Zazie Rainy Day in Negima, Salty Revant in Salty Ray, Mokana. The only reason I'm not telling Casey that is because she hasn't seen these episodes yet.
Yeah.
Karen in School Rumble, Lua Klein in Bakano,
Ooh!
Lisana in Fairy Tail, and Rimi Sakihara in Phantom Breaker. In Japanese, she's Mariko Koda, who was the titular Miyuki-chan in Wonderland, Holly in Monster Rancher, Nayuki Miyase in Kanon, and Vepar in Irimakun.
In 4Kids, she was voiced by Tara Sands again, and I already talked about her last episode.
There you go. Her butler, Clawhador, is played by Kent Williams, who was Tao Pai Pai, Dr. Gero, and the Supreme Kai in Dragon Ball Z, George Saotome from Yu Yu Hakusho, Majal in FMA, Janemba in one of the DBZ movies, Chardin Flamberg in Black Cat, Gustav St. Germain in Bakano, Lemurio in Spice and Wolf, Sid Barrett in Soul Eater, Henry Barrymore in Oedo Rocket, Tendo in Wolf Children, Perry in Space Dandy, Tatsumi in Death Parade, Mr. Compress in My Hero, the Sundance Kid in Drifters, the Judge in Ace Attorney, Byakuya Ishigami in Dr. Stone, and the Hooded Man in Vinland Saga.
In the 4Kids dub, he was Gary Mack, who was Monkey White in Ape Escape 2, Reginald Shark Castle in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal,
Come on.
Lazar in 5Ds, the Helping Hand from the Hamburger Helper commercials, and, believe it or not, Guano from Kappa Mikey.
Oh no.
What?
Kappa Mikey used a lot of 4Kids voice actors.
I guess that production must have also been based in New York.
Probably.
Yeah. They both did a pretty good job, but I won't go over some of Clawhador's best 4Kids dub lines until later. His voice is definitely more nasally there, though. Also, this man has golden poops on his jacket.
Yep.
Yeah.
In Japanese, he's Koichi Hashimoto, who was Bento Malice in Space Runaway Ideon, and Cygnus Hyoga in Saint Seiya. What do we think about Clawhador here?
Seems like a douche.
Yep. Sure does.
Up.
Blockhead will do.
Douche will do. Wait, that's the medicine from Wang Chan. Don't do it, Kaya!
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up, this is just Dio's plan to kill, it seems like just Dio's plan to kill George Joestar at first. So Usopp must have a Minecraft axe, because he has a, like, perfect square that he takes out of the bush to go into Kaya's mansion area.
He does seem like he'd play Minecraft in the real world.
It's relaxing!
It's like taking out a building block.
So, I don't have much notes for Kaya and Usopp other than they're fucking adorable together.
Usopp
Yeah.
and Kaya sitting in a tree. Well, one of them is, anyway.
Lying.
Also, aside from maybe Sanji and a character we won't meet until much later, I'm just gonna say it. This is the best straight relationship in One Piece.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Usopp and Kaya are adorable together, and they have so much chemistry. You really get the feeling that they care about each other in the screen time they share.
And as far as I know, Usopp is still waiting for him to get back.
Kaya is.
That's what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
even on his journey, he's just waiting to get back to Kaya. So apparently,
Also, believe.
good.
I think you're about to mention it, so keep going.
So apparently, Usopp comes to Kaya's window every day and tells her stories of his adventures. Legit, it's adorable.
Kaya is another name for the Japanese nutmeg yew, a slow-growing tree native to Japan and South Korea.
Oh, neat.
Neato.
Eli, you were saying?
It also means rich in Malay and Indonesian,
Oh,
with it being used for like coconut jam for that very reason.
Oh.
Makes sense that she's rich.
yeah.
Yeah.
How is she rich, by the way? Do we ever learn?
They have a
Very-
fortune.
Yeah. Where did they get said fortune?
Internet?
I'm guessing since the village is called Syrup Village, they're like syrup tycoons.
That's really funny. Anyway, Eli, you were saying before.
Believe it or not, that goldfish poop story that Usopp tells and most of the other stories, they're going to be important later.
I can't.
Basically, in a way, pretty much every story that Usopp tells eventually comes true.
Back with the One Piece version of Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah.
I kind of like their conversation about whether or not it's witches or pirates who do cannibalism. That's a very typical kid
thing,
conversation.
Yeah. Usopp left, but they think the pirates ate him, and of course, Zoro eggs us on. So we may have an edit for you, Becky. Zoro, fuck them kids.
The way, I love the way Zoro messes with the kids. It's hilarious. And of course, they immediately were like, "No, we're just messing with you." Right after that, so
I can't remember who
so
says
they're
it.
not total. So they're not total dicks to them.
Yeah. I can't remember who says it, but someone says, "How is a liar awesome?" I'm assuming Nami.
I think that's Zoro.
Is it Zoro? Okay, it was one of the two. So the crew head over to the mansion, and of course, Luffy just rockets his way in, launching everyone into the sky in the process.
Gum, breaking and entering!
Before that, the way Pepper said that Kaya's parents got sick and died a year ago sounds funny for some reason. Maybe it's the weird emphasis.
Yeah.
And then when Luffy was about to rocket over the fence, Zoro was like, "You're not gonna." Oh, he's gonna.
Usopp, you may want to hide further in that tree. Because here comes Buzzkill Clawhador to ruin the fun.
Fucking cockblock.
Yep.
Yeah.
It only occurs to me now that Clawhador is the reason I sometimes push up my glasses with my palm. My last note for the episode is, "Oh no, it's Michael Jackson!"
I was not expecting that guitar chord when Django showed
Yeah.
up. Personally, I would have gone with a lawyer-friendly version of Billie Jean.
Or Smooth Criminal.
Yep. Django's not smooth, though.
No.
God, no.
He's just a criminal.
Yep. This is a fantastic intro to Usopp.
Yeah, it's a good intro to Usopp, but in this episode, we don't really get a feel for every player in this arc just yet.
This is also the point where the episodes start adapting a single chapter at a time most
Makes
of the
sense.
time. Which is going to affect the pacing of a lot of things later.
I have to imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Becky, thoughts on the episode?
Oh, so far, great introduction to Usopp, but I'm really invested in him.
Yeah. We good to move on then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. Episode 10. The weirdest guy ever, Django the Hypnotist. That's a
Hey,
bold
Aaron.
claim, especially in this show.
Okay, actually, we're not at that point yet.
Also, 4Kids title, The Bluff and the Bluffer.
That's a terrible one. Holy shit.
Also, in regards to Django, he's the backwards man, the backwards man. Take it one backwards
As fast as you can. Clawhador's got weird shoes.
Also, I guess that is the correct way to pronounce Django in Japanese, but in the 4Kids dub, they pronounced it Django, as in Django Unchained.
That's how they say it in Japanese.
Yep.
It's like, I remember one of the featurettes for one of the movies he stars in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where I distinctly hear him say 1, 2, wait, Django.
Weird. So yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Clawdor's shoes kind of look like those softer shoes that I wear around the house.
This is just that one scene from Miami Connection. A friend!
Also, bitch, she's the one who decides who's trespassing and who's not. She owns the mansion.
Yep.
And then Claudor literally saying that you and she, you come from different worlds.
Yeah, I hate Clawhador already, and so does the crew. So, like I said, given Usopp is very clearly black-coded, it's really uncomfortable that Clawhador is just a massive racist to him.
Yeah. I missed that subtext the first time, but I totally get where you're getting it from.
Yep.
Let's combine him with the pirate thing.
Yeah. Like, he calls him filthy and says they're from two different worlds, tries to bribe him, calls him a savage. It's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, that ain't a microaggression. That's a macroaggression.
He's this close to calling him a monkey.
Mm-hmm.
To which Luffy would admittedly go, "No, I'm not."
I meant because of the climbing the tree, but yeah.
Everyone has their own spirit animal, and I think Usopp's is a chameleon.
I think the term is outdated. I think we go with persona now. Point is, nice climbing hook, Usopp.
I think probably an even less loaded term would be animal theming.
There you go. But yeah,
But Persona's funnier.
yeah. So,
Okay, it's an armadillo toe.
fair enough. So,
You have at least two.
yeah, I think we're all in agreement that Clawhador getting punched was super satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the moment, but
Yep. I'm shocked Clawhador didn't respond with "so much for the tolerant left."
yeah, he literally goes, "How dare he resort to violence after I egged him on?"
Just, ugh. Yeah, I can see the context for Usopp ditching now. Still wish he had a way to write home. Clawhador is for sure a Republican, and poor Kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clawhador isn't a bad person. Are you sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
It's very clear that he's just abusing her.
Yeah. He got to know her for 3 years.
Thank God Usopp isn't alone in this. Even Luffy's on his side. And Clawhador is just such a disgusting gaslighting fuck.
I love Luffy going jerk face and Zoro balking him like one of those toy clowns.
Yep. So Clawhador's been there for 3 years, and as he showed up one day about to die penniless until Kaya's family took pity on him and let him in their care. So, of course, he took advantage of that and killed the shit out of them via poison, and is doing the same to Kaya. At least this was my thinking at the time.
Unfortunately, Kaya's dad, much like George Joestar, showed mercy to the wrong person.
Yep. So Luffy's looking for Usopp, as Zoro not good.
Also, Kaya straight up calls him a blockhead, and I was like, okay, Lucy.
So Luffy's looking for Usopp, as Zoro, Nami, and the Vegetable Kids have to deal with this weirdo. This is Django the Hypnotist, played by Kenny Green, who was Rain Spider in Desert Punk, Sasazaka in Speed Grapher, Fu in FMA Brotherhood, Mocha in Fairy Tail, Kureo Mado in Tokyo Ghoul, Yukimiru Mira in My Hero, Fluter Paradigm in Overlord, Kaseki in Dr. Stone, and Mjolnir in Slime.
I already said who his voice actor
You
was
did.
in the 4Kids dub, but he sounds way more sophisticated in the Funimation dub. In the original, they gave him kind of an aging rocker voice, like, 1, 2, Django, which I think also fit him. Which also goes with the whole idea that he's meant to be Steven Tyler.
Yep. In Japanese, it's Katsuki Yao, who was Gates Kappa in Zeta Gundam, Smith Torin in Gunbuster, Robert Sinclair from Dinosaurs, yes, the fucking... that... It just clicked with me. Yeah, the fucking, teen dinosaur from Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dark...
So
Good.
So is Django's eventual death also going to be him freezing to death?
Probably.
Maybe.
Dark Schneider from Bastard, Tiger in Monster Rancher, Toshiyuki Seijima in GTO, Yoki in FMA, Jack Levin in F-Zero, Byron in Pokemon, Kitami in Kaiji, was one of the people in the restricted Rock, Paper, Scissors, Majitani in Hunter x Hunter, and X in Puyo Puyo. I hate him. Django, that is.
Why?
He's weird.
I mean,
You could say that about many
Yeah.
characters.
He's
Yeah,
off-putting. He's
yeah, Rosen, welcome to One Piece.
he's off-putting.
Yeah. Okay, I get that.
Although my sleep
Also-
patterns are so bad, I'd try Django sleep therapy.
Yeah, apparently his hypnosis also affects him if he's looking at the ring. Also, 4Kids removed the cross-popping vein on Zoro's head, but they kept the sound effect in.
Why?
Come on, you didn't do that in Pokemon. I'm pretty sure Misty did that at least once.
What purpose? What fucking purpose?
Can't be too mad.
No, can't be too Japanese. Because it's a more Japanese visual trope.
They allow Shaman King to be Japanese.
I don't think 4Kids cared that much about Shaman King.
Trying to understand 4Kids is a fool's errand.
Yeah.
I hate that Django gyrates with every movement.
Well, I mean, he's moonwalking, so it's hard
True.
not to.
So Usopp's at what I'm calling the Cliffs of Contemplation, and Luffy's here to check up on him.
See, again, we see that Luffy has pretty good emotional intelligence. He went for Usopp to be a listening ear for him when not even his crew thought to do that.
Yeah. And I like the bit they have talking about Yasopp. It's really nice.
Yeah. Luffy with the unironic, what's the big idea?
Yeah. Oh shit, there's Claudor, and he's working with Django. That's weird.
You really don't blend in, guys.
Yeah. I specifically told you to be inconspicuous. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Speaking
You
of...
hired the wrong man for the job here.
Speaking of, y'all, what bar's Django?
Well, I actually... Second. I prepared the links in advance, so I will post them in the Random A channel. No, the One Piece channel.
Yep.
Django is a bag of peanut butter M&Ms, specifically the ones that we're promoting International Women's Day, because they have purple.
Okay.
I'd say he's a blue Kit Kat bar.
Alright.
The blueberry kind.
Yeah.
Shit. I had one and I lost it. Damn it.
Want me to read mine and I'll...
Yeah.
Jeff says, Almond Joy and Mounds. Aurora says he's... Good.
Oh, sorry, I got, he's a bottle of naked coconut water.
There you go. Aurora says he's a pot brownie. Dashing Soul J says a box of Reptar cereal. Casey says a blue screen. And I say he's the Undertaker. It's the hat.
Yeah. Or either that or he could be Cat Bane from the Clone Wars series.
Yep. The rich girl murder plan. Subtle.
You want to shout that any louder?
Okay, the rich girl murder plan!
Luffy's got the expression of, wow, that guy's a dumbass! And that's Luffy.
Yeah. Don't call it murder. I prefer assassination.
It's an accident that you planned, but it wasn't an accident.
Boy, it sure is a good thing that Django's restating Kuro's entire backstory so we can know it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I now wish to obtain my wealth without attracting the attention of the government. I mean, mood.
Mm-hmm. Too bad Django's a moron.
Yeah.
But he's gonna
The
have...
father's-
Good.
It's like, the father's death wasn't planned. Ah, so he did murder her mother.
Yeah. So he's gonna have Django make Kaya give everything to Clawhador in her will. And yes, his real name is Captain Kuro. He faked his death for this elaborate insurance fraud, or inheritance fraud, rather. I've heard worse plans. Anyone ever hear?
Yeah.
Anyone ever see Viva Knievel?
Well, the Rift Tracks version.
That's what I meant. Yes. I'm a pacifist. Yeah, and I'm Bret Hart. My God, it's the Ryoma Hoshi pirate crew.
So, that scene where Usopp imagines the pirates killing Kaya, that was cut from the 4Kids version. This will be a trend in this set of episodes.
Yep.
Also, I gotta say, with both the bad guys and the good guys being completely fucking unsubtle in this scene, and not caring if anybody hears them, my mind drifted to another piece of pirate media. It's kind of like, tread upon our prey we steal. Sorry. God, I can't make a really loud noise.
Fair.
I'm honestly surprised there haven't been any Pirates of Penzance One Piece crossovers, but then again, I guess the Weeb and Theater Kid Venn diagram, it really isn't that much of an overlap.
No, it's a circle.
Oh, then what the fuck is their excuse?
I don't know. So, given that Kuro is just black in Japanese, that would make Captain Kuro Mr. Black.
No, he's Captain Black from Jackie Chan Adventures.
And then, oh my God, Luffy!
Yeah, that's Luffy, subtle like a freight train.
Did you hear anything? No, sir! I didn't hear you play with your dolls again, sir!
Also, Usopp does the full-on Boken Tsukome routine chest slap with Luffy. When he's like, shut up!
Unsurprisingly, Luffy falls for the hypnosis every time.
I mean, it does tend to work on the simple-minded.
Usopp's like, they killed him! Please, for Luffy, this is a light Tuesday.
Yeah. Though this is the first real danger Usopp's ever faced.
Now the boy goes off to cry wolf again, but this time it's for real.
And yeah, Kuro counted on that because nobody will fucking believe him.
Yeah. So, by the way, when Usopp runs off distraught with his plans to warn the town, that beautiful flashback that Usopp has of meeting Kaya for the first time, cut from the 4Kids.
Why?
I am going to slap whoever at 4Kids made that decision.
Yeah.
Unless they're dead, in which case I will slap their grave.
I'd piss on it.
Why waste good piss?
I mean...
Why waste good piss indeed?
Okay, Becky, I didn't know you were into that, but still.
No, there's better graves I could use my piss on.
I see.
Anyway.
Because Usopp's a good guy, he still has to try, goddammit. And my last note for this episode is, face down, ass up. That's the way Luffy's unconscious, so the town is fucked. This arc's great.
Oh, yeah.
This episode was pretty good, and things are about to get intense. I just wish the title of the next episode hadn't spoiled the reveal on Crunchyroll.
I mean, the end of the episode told you. But like,
even so, before that.
Yeah, we'll see what if Casey notices.
Anyway,
episode 11: Expose the plot. Pirate Butler, Captain Kuro.
4Kids title. Wait a minute. Oh boy. Well, guys, we've already made it to our first instance of this.
No!
I said that sometimes 4Kids would outright edit episodes out of the series. Episode 11 is one of them.
What?
They combined 2 episodes together.
Isaac, I'm about to explain that. Because they cut so much out of episodes 10 and 12, episode 11 was cut in half and basically made into part of episode 10 and episode 12, which became 4Kids episode 11. So yeah, this episode as we knew it does not exist in the 4Kids dub.
Why even fucking bother?
Excuse me, I'm getting PTSD to the first season of Sailor Moon right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, man. Pirate Butler seems like an 80s sitcom.
You know, Usopp, you could have told the others, or phrased the warning a bit differently.
He could have done a lot of things, but he's panicking.
Yeah, I get that.
At least Zoro knows something's up.
Usopp, oh no, my own petard!
There's a bit where Onion is like, that was the sad look of sheer desperation. And one of us said, I know that from my mom.
I think that was Jeff.
That was Jeff, yeah. Usopp, honey. Oh, wait, hang on. Look, I know it's a straight line, but Zoro could, in fact, get lost.
Yeah.
What the fuck is straight?
Exactly. Usopp, honey, you already did this morning. See, this is unfortunately the consequences. Although, the one that hurts the most, I would imagine, is being told to behave like the racist who's going to kill you.
Yeah.
That stings, man.
He spent 3 years gaining their trust.
And Usopp spent a long time degrading his.
Yeah.
Well, here's Kaya's non-shitty butler, Mary, played by Jerry Jewell, who was Nam in Dragon Ball, Pyle in Escaflowne, Suzaku in Yu Yu Hakusho, Kyo Soma in Fruits Basket, Barry the Chopper in FMA, Hyogo in Samurai 7, Shinichi Kudo in Detective Conan, that's funny, Lin Xiaoli in Black Cat, Sarada Arisagawa in Tsubasa, Yoshiyuki Taya in Beck, Zelman Clock in Black Blood Brothers. That is a infamously hard name to say. Kaoru in the Eva movies, Claire Stanfield in Bakano, Lau in Black Butler, Ryoyuki in Eden of the East, Kikuhiko Kojun in Railgun, Vasily Nabokov in Michiko and Hachin, Yuma Isogai in Ass Class, Tonyo in Kekai Sensen, Mr. Principal in My Hero, the titular Psyche K for the first season, Victor in Yuri on Ice, Shara in Drifters, Elias in Overlord, Momotaro in Free, Hyoga in Dr. Stone, and Haro in G-Witch.
In the 4Kids dub, Mary was Ted Lewis, who had a ton of roles for 4Kids. He was Bakura, Bandit Keith, Gozuburo Kaiba, Croquet, Alistair, and Hobson in Yu-Gi-Oh!, as well as Odeon for a bit. Chumley Huffington in GX.
God!
Jack Atlas in 5Ds. Sir Dumpling in Fighting Foodons. King DDD in Escargoon and Kirby Right Back at Ya. Mitsuru Suwabuki in Revolutionary Girl Utena.
Huh.
Harold Katori in Irresponsible Captain Tyler. The Ultimate Ninja in the 2003 TMNT series. Chris's dad and the President in Sonic X. Torch in G.I. Joe Sigma 6, and a ton of characters in Pokemon, including Brock's dad Flint, James for a few years, and Tracy Sketchit. Hell, he was even Giovanni in basically every incarnation except Pokemon Origins, as well as one of my favorite minor characters, the Astounding Mandy!
That's funny. In Japanese, he's Jin Domon, who is also Lucky Roo. He's also Lucien Debray in Gakutsuo, Jinai Doko in Bleach, and third in Future Diary. Oh boy. Let's get to Usopp trying to save Kaya. Yeah, it doesn't go well, because Kaya doesn't buy it, for once.
Yeah, this scene hurts. Kaya wants to believe Usopp, and he's trying to warn her, but he's spent his whole life telling lies. And it doesn't help that he had that fight with Clawhador before, which we now know was obviously a setup. And you can hear Usopp crying as he's begging her to believe him. No disrespect to Jason Griffith, but with the direction 4Kids gave him, his Usopp could never have pulled this off like Sonny Strait did.
God, no.
No, I can't even imagine.
Also, this second flashback with Usopp, cut from the 4Kids version. Again, you basically cut out the serious core of the character so you could turn him into a complete joke. And this isn't the worst time 4Kids cuts out his character development. God, they butchered Arlong Park.
Oh God.
I am going to find the 4Kids writer who decided on this. I am going to determine the exact color of their carpet, and I'm going to replace it with Legos in the exact color, so they don't even realize what they're stepping on until it's too late.
Damn.
Damn.
It's like invisible caltrip. Holy shit. In fairness to Usopp, he usually fesses up to the lie by now.
Yeah.
Nami and Zoro thankfully spot Luffy, and I wrote, "Check his pulse, Nami!"
Before that, hey, it's that Straw Hat guy, and his butt.
Thank God that Minecraft block's still removable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Usopp tries to warn Kaya, but she is unfortunately far too trusting of her victim to believe it. Or, not of her victim, of her...
Abuser.
Abuser, yeah. She is the victim.
Victimizer, maybe.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Poor Kaya trying to rationalize this, and Usopp breaking down because even Kaya won't believe him this time. It fucking hurts, man.
Yeah.
Thank God Luffy's awake. He should probably go back up Usopp's story. I can't remember why, but I just put ... Luffy.
I don't know.
I remember why. We gotta get to the meat store before the guy leaves!
Yeah. He has
You
his
mean
priorities
the butcher
straight.
shop, Luffy? That's what a meat store
The
is.
meat store? Why are you buying clothes at the meat store? Oh, that was Lady Gaga. That would make sense. Remember the meat
I'm
dress?
just now imagining Luffy trying to wear the Lady Gaga meat dress, but he eats it and he's showing up at wherever he's supposed to be naked.
Yeah. I love the watercolors the show occasionally does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In the flashback. Which, and 4Kids was like, you mean the one that doesn't exist?
Yes! I do, you fucking assholes! These two are so fucking adorable together, and it hurts that so much to see that trust broken because of Kuro's bullshit.
Yep.
On a stranger note, holy shit, Mary's packing!
Yeah, the pistol that Mary's holding was recolored in the 4Kids dub to look more like a toy pistol.
Why even show it at all?
It made the body blue with an orange tip. And also, when Usopp's running away and Mary shoots him in the arm, obviously 4Kids cut that out and added a line that just made him miss instead.
Then why is it?
See, that one I get, but it still has the orange tip. How did he shoot that gun at all?
I hate 4Kids so much. I hate them so much.
Rosen, now you get why I was hyping up this section of episode.
Yeah! So about Mary's gun, Ariel said, this is my little lamb. Oh shit, that's right, her illness.
Yeah.
That slap hit both of them and the audience in the gut. And oh fuck, Usopp got shot! And now the whole town hates him. That ain't good.
Yeah.
Mary kind of sounds like Kevin McDonald. Poor Usopp just lost everything important to him, and even then he hides it from his friends, and yet he keeps lying, and it costs him his last friends in this town.
Yeah. Also, in this moment where Usopp is having that quiet, somber moment to himself, there's a moment during the flashback where Usopp mentions going inside of a whale to help him get better.
Even I know that one.
Yeah, even I do.
Nami's patched him up, but he's still at his lowest. Thankfully, he's got some new friends to talk to.
Before that, there's a brief scene where Kuro is talking to his crew, and we see that one of his crewmates is inexplicably breathing fire. For some reason, 4Kids cut that out. Why?
I don't
Did
fucking
they
know,
think
man.
kids were going to try and breathe fire? They didn't even show how he did it.
They let Kabaji do it.
At a certain point, I just think they like have a quota to meet.
And then when Usopp meets up with the others and starts laughing, I was like, well, Usopp's mind is snapped. We lost him.
Usopp has gone bye-bye.
Yeah.
Usopp,
Also, one would imagine that scene where Nami fixes Usopp's bullet wound was taken out, since it doesn't exist here.
yeah. God, I fucking hate it.
Any affection any people may feel for 4Kids is just their nostalgia.
There's Stockholm syndrome.
I mean, they had some good voice actors, their direction was just shit, and they made some good openings, but I get it. Huh.
Okay, I should clarify. Anyone who thinks that 4Kids was completely good is letting their nostalgia blind.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There are plenty of bad things about 4Kids.
Yes.
I would still admit that I think with Pokemon they did a good job, and I think they did well with Ultimate Muscle, but that's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like those were their best dubs.
Yeah. On a lighter note, Usopp's decided that if he can't warn the people, he'll stop the pirates himself, because this is his home, and he'll be damned if anyone hurts it. Thankfully, he's not alone anymore. I forgot how much I fucking love Usopp.
Yeah, I love that in order to save the town, he has to basically make what he said a lie, actually. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, like I said, I'd forgotten. I guess a lot of what I was exposed to as a kid was the bastardized 4Kids version of his character. So I'd forgotten how much I loved how great of a character that Usopp was until revisiting it for this show. I'll be honest. After a while, I was sort of reconsidering Becky have me drawn as Soga King, but I was like, that's a bit close to blackface, so I wouldn't do that.
Fair enough.
You can cosplay. No, wait, no. I don't know how it would work.
We'll stick with Shanks. It's fine.
Yeah, Shanks is fine.
Okay.
We're not laughing at you. We're helping you because you're honorable.
Yeah, I love that. How Zoro's like, no, we're not doing this out of pity. We believe in your cause and we want to help. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
This is just a great episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's, like I said, it's really evident how 4Kids butchered this arc. What they did to Usopp is just unforgivable.
Yeah, it is infuriating. I have a new worst moment now. Like, holy shit.
Again, secret Lego carpet replacement.
Secret Lego carpet replacement. Episode 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 12, Clash with the Black Cat Pirates, the Great Battle on the Slope.
4Kids title, The War at the Shore.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We open on Kuro walking alone. If we were lucky, he'd get jumped here.
The only road that he has ever known.
Time to play some Boulder Ball.
Yeah.
Thank God their attack plan involves a narrow path.
Yeah.
We get one of my favorite bits in the manga. What do y'all do? I cut. I stretch. I steal. I hide.
And then they all start choking him.
I was just trying to do the funny.
With Mary, he's talking to Kaya, and they're having a good laugh about or no, he's talking to Kuro, and
Clawdor.
yeah, his point is he's talking to Clawdor, and they're talking about Usopp, and they're just very jolly. And what I just wrote, I shot a man today.
I ate a man alive tonight.
I'm sure Kuro will respond to these new glasses with subtlety and not at all arouse suspicion at all. Kuro, you dick!
Yeah. Why smash the glasses? I know he doesn't like Kaya, but what's the point of destroying the glasses? You're going to take everything else from her. Why not have a pair of glasses you don't have to adjust?
He doesn't want to break the habit.
Yeah.
Especially since he's still using what he's about to bring out.
Yeah.
Zoro, put your fucking glasses on!
Maybe it's just because I wear glasses and I would never turn down a free pair that was custom made for me, but still.
Yeah. A bit early to reveal your evil plans, dude.
Yeah. Also, don't appropriate the crescent moon like that, or I'll punish you.
In a few hours, the sun will rise.
And yeah, turns out that Kuro's secret weapon is a Freddy glove.
And that's why he pushes his glasses up like that.
Yeah.
And Mary got fucking sliced.
Yeah, obviously Kuro slicing Mary with his claw glove was a bit too violent for 4
Yeah, that one I get.
So they removed the blood on his claws, and that shot in front of the window where you see Mary get sliced in silhouette.
Yeah.
And it is a shocking moment, so yeah, I kind of get that.
Yeah.
That was a bit, yeah. What if Kaya woke up right now and you killed her for nothing?
Yeah. Also, when he goes into Kaya's bedroom and runs his claw blade along her neck while she's asleep, yeah, 4Kids changed that into a shadow of his claw doing the same gesture. I'm kind of okay with that one, since the implication that he wants to kill her but can't yet is still there.
I was gonna say the exact thing, yeah.
But it's also kind of a lateral move.
Honestly, I think it's cooler with the shadow. Like, shadows are underutilized.
They also did what they did with They also did with Zoro when he was about to stab Helmeppo in the flashback by shortening his blades when he's standing over her, so they're not as close to her body.
Come on! That shot of Kuro leaving the room is great. It reminds me of Dr. Caligari.
Yeah, because of the weird Dutch angle and the twisting hallway.
Yeah, it's really cool. Meanwhile, with Django, only the sun can wake me up and live to tell about it.
Also, mornings are the worst. Mood.
We're talking about the face guy?
Yeah, that "your face is confusing" joke is legitimately the best use of that joke I've ever seen. Well done.
Can we explain it?
Basically, it looks like one of the pirates has a weird black face on the back of his head, but it turns out that's just his hair, and it looked like it was reacting to what another guy was saying to him. So,
Yeah.
oh no, they're at the wrong shore.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yep.
And this is why you don't assume, Usopp.
To their credit, Oil Slick was a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made an ass out of you and me, Usopp.
Usopp takes pride in fighting dirty better than anyone, and I respect it.
Sometimes you gotta, especially when you're going up against a whole army.
Yep. Thank God Django doesn't care about the boats.
But uh-oh, Nami pulls Zoro down into the oil slick before using him as a stepping stone to get back to her treasure, leaving him stranded with no way to help them.
Gotta Saitama it somehow.
Yep, there's our Zoro handicap of the week.
Yeah. I didn't like that moment. Although,
I'm just imagining for a logo for Zoro Handicap of the Week, it's just Zoro in a wheelchair with like an obvious body cast.
yeah.
Oh no, Zoro as the guy with glass bones and paper skin. Thank God Usopp made it.
Yeah, also, the reason Luffy isn't there is because he said run north and I ran in the coldest direction.
Oh, Luffy, you dummy.
Of all the characters to not know what North is, I would have picked Zoro first.
Right?
Although Usopp's standoff with Django is still amazing, even if it was forced on him. And then they raid the ship, and I was like, what happened to saving the treasure for later?
They got angry.
No, they got greedy.
Yep.
They are pirates.
Yep. I love Usopp's firing goggles.
Usopp, not the great negotiator.
Looks like it's time for Usopp to have a test of courage. Shit. I can't remember why I wrote this, but oh my God, Django.
I think it's because he hypnotized himself again.
That would be it.
And Nami being greedy actually came in handy for once because she bonks him before Usopp can get hypnotized.
Yep.
And the way Usopp goes, my
Oh, that completely cut out.
yeah.
Now he has super hearing.
The way Usopp goes, my head!
My head! Yeah, I didn't think people that stupid actually existed.
Joke's on you, you haven't met us.
Nami giving Usopp shit for wanting to stay behind. Nami, he's a ranged fighter.
Yeah.
I did like them bickering, though. It was funny. Well, I'm so scared I'm literally about to cry!
Please, your eyes are completely dry. Also, I love Usopp's line, beneath this calm exterior lays the abject terror of a coward. Well, his knees are not.
God. Caltrop hell.
How did Nami throw those backwards?
Very uncarefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Nami, Zoro's delivery on the Nami, if you're still alive when I get out of here, I'm gonna kill you is pretty funny.
Let's let Becky tell us how Zoro escapes this.
He's covered in oil. Oh. Sorry, I'm distracted.
Okay.
Minute there.
Please wait till after the podcast.
But anyway, he uses his oh shit, drop something. He uses his swords to like walking sticks or
He uses them as climbing stakes, basically.
Okay.
He stabs up the cliff.
I couldn't think of the word. My brain was kind of short-circuiting, thank you very much.
Zoro covered in oil who's winning the twerking contest. And then another queen dies. Take that, oil!
Yeah, that's a great line.
Oh no! Zoro's gonna deal with directions! We're doomed!
Luckily for him, in this case, it was a really small island.
Yeah. Luffy, at this point, just climb up to the highest point and see them from there. Usopp really is a crack shot.
Yeah.
And my answer for why Nami fucked up like that, look, it's fun to throw caltrops, okay?
Speaking of which, so it actually took a while to get to another 4Kids change, but
Thank God.
the bit where Usopp gets hit with the giant hammer had the impact frames removed along with the blood from his mouth.
Yeah, I know that one's a standard cartoon thing.
And then, when Nami does finally fight back, 4Kids completely removed her getting knocked on the ground by one of the pirates, and even took out any future scenes where she was still on the ground. Yeah, this one I have no idea why they did it, because there's no blood.
Can't show a girl getting hit. Not like she's an equal fighter. Like,
Yeah.
Isaac, can you just put in a gif of MASH suplexing that one girl and talking about equal fighting?
Yeah.
And that ain't stopping Usopp, though. He just keeps fighting, even when it's futile, and I love it. Thank God Luffy finally found them, and Zoro, too. That guitar riff for Kuro, that was like out of fucking Trigun.
Yeah. And it seems he doesn't like tardiness, so he's just gonna kill off his subordinates for being late.
So,
Don't think you can really do that if you want your plan to succeed, my man.
is Mary just still bleeding out on the floor?
Apparently.
Onion, don't be an idiot.
Yeah. My last note was, an onion saw him. Oh no!
Next, not next episode. Yep, this is a great fight. Or gonna be, yep.
This episode was honestly probably the weakest of the set to me. It was mostly a funny episode, but the humor was hit or miss. Still, the scenes where Kuro was just being evil as hell were pretty good.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm just easy to please. I liked the oil gag.
Slapstick funny.
Yes.
And also, Zoro, oil.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find that. It probably will after this recording. Hell, I'll help you. Episode 13. The terrifying duo, Meow Band Brothers versus Zoro.
4Kids title, The Black Cat Pirates. God, that's a boring
That's so
title.
generic, holy shit! Even while we're not watching Trigun, we get Kuroneko cameos.
Yeah.
Guys, you may want to focus. My next note is bold move. Gonna hypnotize them into being on PCP. And holy shit, it worked!
So, Django hypnotizes the entire crew and they get stronger through the power of suggestion, but
This is a thing.
Luffy was watching The Ring too. Pity, that was a terrible movie from what I hear. But it made him super strong too.
It basically put him into B mode.
Yeah.
Come, Leroy Jenkins!
That
Speaking of which, Luffy's Gum Gum Gatling technique was changed to Gum Gum Rapid Fire in the 4Kids dub.
I thought you wanted to avoid references to shooting things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Django is fucked. Or Luffy could just run directly into the boat and try to suplex it too. Excuse me.
I
Try
love
nothing.
how
Go.
when he's taking the thing apart, you can see the cat head just sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a thing in this series sometimes.
That's a great gag.
He ripped the keel off of it.
Did you see the keel? He ripped the bitch.
Yeah. So something I noticed when I was watching these episodes for the first time. So before, Django was falling for his own hypnotism, but in some of the later episodes, you'll notice that when he counts 1, 2, Django, just before he says Django, he pulls the brim of his hat down. I'm guessing this is so he won't be hypnotized too, because it's blocking his view of the ring.
Just don't look.
He actually learned from his mistakes.
Looks like the vegetable kids figured out what's up, but hopefully it's not too late. Where's Kaya? Well, she's super sick right now and having nightmares about Usopp killing her, so that's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking hurt.
Yeah. She has a literal fever dream where Usopp puts a sword to her face and actually kills her for how she insulted him. She's definitely got some issues. And of course, 4Kids removed the part where they had a close-up of Usopp with his sword at her forehead.
Yep.
I mean, that probably would genuinely scare the kids.
Yeah, I mean, it is a nightmare.
Fair.
And then she wakes up to another one. Seeing Mary's unconscious body in the living room.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still alive. How?
This is One Piece. People can survive anything.
He's a tough old bastard.
And of
Also,
course, you
like
first.
early on, there's a thing people have with Oda where he just doesn't kill people unless they're like minor.
Yeah, the joke for a while was nobody dies in One Piece except in flashbacks, and then characters did die eventually.
That's
I'm
how
just reminded of that line from George of the Jungle. Nobody dies, they just get really, really big boo-boos.
And Mary's got some serious ones.
Oh my god, yes. Why is the entire staff on leave?
You didn't find that suspicious?
Not even a little?
And also, of course, his injuries were lessened in the 4 Kids dub, which, I get that by this point.
Yep.
And then Kaya was like, then Usopp was telling the truth. No! I was just like, thank you. My boy Mary giving Usopp the proper credit he deserved.
Yeah. And he's not wrong here. Your life is worth more than your money, but I get the feeling Kuro wants to kill her regardless. And,
Yeah.
oh, honey. She's gonna try and talk it out. He doesn't want to talk.
Yeah. And she's barely able to walk there, so...
Meanwhile, back with the fight. Luffy's still out and probably is gonna be for a while. Here come the Meow Band brothers, Butchie and Shyam. Butchie's played by Chris Rager, who was Bacterian in Dragon Ball, Mr. Satan in King Yema in DBZ, Kyo in Escaflowne, Kibano in Yu Yu Hakusho, Halling in FMA, Gyanza in Black Cat, Gustavo in Baccano, Arya in Fairy Tail, Torg in Borderlands, Minjatron in Fanny and Stocking, Gakuho Asano in Ass Class, the great fucking Gozu in Danganronpa 3, Will Powers in Ace Attorney, Sagan in Dr. Stone, and Gosef Nebraska in Trigun Stampede.
In the 4 Kids dub, he was James Cathcart, also credited as Jimmy Zoppi, who was the voice of Vector the Crocodile for a while. And yes, he is the one who gave us the infamous
Find the computer room!
That wasn't Keith Silverstein, thank God.
and ironically, he would eventually take over Sham's voice actor's role as James when the dub switched the voices around. He was also the voice of Meowth, Professor Oak, Gary, and fittingly enough, Butch for a while.
Japanese, it's Yasuhiro Takano, who was Edward and Thomas and Friends, Artemis and Sailor Moon, fitting the cat guy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Al in Ratchet and Clank, Gluttony in FMA, Goldo in DBZ Kai, Mr. Principal in My Hero, same with Mary in English, that's fun, and Psycho Jenny in Devilman Crybaby. Shyam is unfortunately played by Todd, so instead, Eli.
Oh shit, Eric Stewart got to play an actual character besides the narrator.
Hooray!
I sort of mentioned him in the first episode, but in case you don't know, Eric Stewart is probably most famous for being the voices of the original Brock and James from Pokemon and Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh!, as well as the Pharaoh's dad and Kimo the hair guy. He was also Gowry in Slayers, Oenma and Koronoe in Yu Yu Hakusho Poltergeist Report, the movie, Meta Knight in Kirby Right Back At Ya, Hamato Yoshi in the 2003 TMNT series, Mako in Shaman King, both dubs, Black Shadow in the F-Zero anime, Astion, Titan, Kagemaru, Ojama Black, Para and Dox, and of course Kaiba Man in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, as well reprising his role as Kaiba. And that's it.
Okay.
Well, that's not it, but that's all I found noteworthy.
Fair enough. His Japanese VA is Masaya Odosaka, who was Jadeite in... Oh, come on. Anyway, Yasuharu Yasuda in Slam Dunk, Bill in Pokemon, Vash the fucking Stampede in the original Trigun, Takeshi Sendo in Hajime no Ippo, Kid Muscle in Ultimate Muscle, Tora in Mega Man NT Warrior, Iek in Wolf's Rain, Don Patch in Bobo, Shinji Hirako in Bleach, Nanashi in Mar, Daisaku Amurao in Gintama, Jin Shirato in Persona 3, Leron Littner in Gurren Lagann, Ota the Panicky Dude in Kaiji, Zelos Wilder in Tales of Symphonia, Isaac Dion in Bakino,
Huh.
Birder in Dragon Ball Z Kai, Kenta in Kill la Kill, Alessi in JoJo,
Ugh.
Larry Butts in Spirit of Justice, Puri Puri Prisoner in One Punch Man, and Sylvia in Dragon Quest XI. Y'all, what bar are the Meow Man brothers?
Oh
Okay.
shit! I wasn't prepared for this one.
Okay. First, for Butchie, he is. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
He is a classic Wonka bar from the 1971 movie. And Sham is a Cadbury Dairy Milk Mint Crisp bar.
All right. Isaac?
I'm just gonna say Butchie is Laffy Taffy.
And Shyam?
And
Don't ask him to shake it.
probably Fun Dip.
Okay.
I'm just guessing.
Shit! I wasn't prepared for this one. I'm sorry.
No problem. Jeff says Butchie is a can of White Claw, and Shyam is a can of Popeye spinach. Zen says Butchie is Count Chocula, and Shyam is Fruit Fruit, which I'm guessing was banking off of Phil's, who said Frankenberry and Blueberry. Aurora says Butchie is a novelty chocolate Santa with marshmallow filling, and Shyam is a bag of Lay's at 60% air. Dalton says they're both cans of Meow Mix. I say Butchie's a bag of Haribo berries, and Shyam is a can of Mountain Dew Black Label. What do we think of these two?
Meow.
They're weird.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yep.
Especially when...
Doesn't help.
Good.
Yeah, it doesn't help that we have to hear Todd talk.
Fuck you, Todd. Our first fuck you, Todd of the series. Hopefully not many left.
Yeah.
Turns out they were faking it to get a cheap shot. They're faking being cowards. Oh shit, he stole Zoro's swords, and damn, he got cleaved.
Also, 4Kids made a bit of a boo-boo here, because in that bit
Them?
where Zoro...
No!
Because in that bit where Zoro appears to cut Sham in half, they censored the extent of the damage. Except, as we see a second later, Zoro didn't actually cut him, just his shirt. Which is funny, considering that later they also censor Zoro and Nami's injuries to remove the blood, so clearly 4Kids doesn't have a problem with shirts getting cut.
Someone call the fashion police. A nice Romero special, though.
Yeah.
And then we get the Pussy Willow March, which is just an onslaught. That's really all it is.
Pussy.
So I was all set to blame Usopp for the fucked up shot, but apparently Zoro did that on purpose because he doesn't want the help.
Yeah.
Or he knows that they can't fight against the brothers. So Nami goes to get the swords, but oh shit, Django actually uses the ring as a weapon and cuts her.
You had one job, Nami. Although Django can move surprisingly fast when he's not walking backwards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, Kuro's here.
Yeah, the ending of episode 13 is basically Kuro walking in like Donald Glover with the pizzas.
Yeah.
You all had one job.
Why is nobody raiding the village? I specifically requested it. Honestly, I think this was the weakest episode for me. Just because I don't like the Meowban brothers. I think they're really disappointing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Plus, there's no oily Zoro.
Right?
Honestly, I found the humor in action better than the last episode, and it feels like that this was the one that was leading up to.
Fair enough. Isaac?
Mm-hmm. About the same thing, because we're now starting to get into the oh shit territory.
Yeah,
And
things are
so
gonna get
now,
better, I know.
Zoro's here.
Yeah.
We're
Alright.
gonna see what he does next time.
Yeah, but before we do that... Oh, Jeff, where's the raid? There was supposed to be a murderous raid! So, before we do that, let's go to our segments. First up, the Luffy moment of the week.
It can't be anything but Luffy hopped up on hypnotic super strength and pulling the keel off the Black Cat's boat.
Yes.
I'll try to do something different, but Becky?
I'm sorry, but I gotta pick that one too.
That's fair. I will go with Luffy trying to bond with Usopp over Yasop.
Although Luffy not knowing which way was north was pretty funny, too.
That's pretty good, too.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, most valuable pirate.
it can't be anyone but Usopp.
It's Usopp.
For me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although-
hands down, fucking Usopp.
Points to Zoro. We all know why.
Again, maybe it's the fact that I'm remembering how much of his character got lost when 4Kids dubbed this series.
He's
but
earned this dub.
I think
W.
upon this rewatch, Usopp might be my favorite Straw Hat.
He's real good. Best and worst moment.
Best for me was Usopp defending the village despite getting hit with a giant hammer and nobody believing him. I specifically took note of the line, "Today will be like every other day in that sleepy little town, because you and your cronies will never set foot in it."
That was real good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the worst moment was Nami pushing Zoro down into the oil and using him as a stepping stone to get back up.
I think the best moment was the rest of the Straw Hat crew offering to help Usopp. You know, when he's at his fucking lowest and just showing that they basically accepted him as one of their own.
Yeah.
Worst moment, fuck you, Todd.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah. Isaac?
His best moment is when he was telling the Straw Hats about why he needed to lie about doing this alone because he loves his village and all that. That's just a really good moment.
Yeah.
For me.
Worst?
Kuro being an asshole.
Fair.
That first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to put Usopp nutting up and defending the village, but since I like to try and pick different things from everybody, I'm going to fall on one of the three swords and pick what Becky would probably wanted to pick. Which is Zoro being the sexiest motherfucker alive.
I was trying not to be too horny.
Look, he's like 20. You're good.
Well, I was trying to go. I was
For
trying to
decorum?
make a heartfelt moment.
That's fair.
Trying to be a little classy.
That's fair. I can avoid that because mine was taken.
Fair enough.
My worst was going to be Butchie and Shyam being kind of letdowns, but then I heard what 4Kids did to the set of episodes, and my worst is now 4Kids existing.
Yeah, that's pretty fair given what they edited out of these episodes.
Want to order some Legos?
I think our raid phrase is going to be, someone order an oily Zoro. And that's it for the episode. Next week, we'll be finishing Syrup Village with episodes 14 through 18.